In this video, I discuss 7 Social Security facts that are absolutely false. Coming up next on Holy Schmidt.
Holy Schmidt!
There's a lot of chatter on the internet right now about Social Security, and for good reason. Later this week, the annual cost of living adjustment is announced. In honor of that, I'm putting out this video called 7 Social Security Facts that are completely false for you. So let's get into it. But before we do, please consider clicking the like button below. YouTube uses the number of likes in its algorithm to push a video up in the search results, and I want to help as many people as possible. Okay, let's go. Myth number 1. Everybody gets the same Social Security payment. That is absolutely not true. This myth comes from the name Social Security. It's implied by the name that the program is both free and a gift, and we all know that it's not free and it's certainly not a gift. But be that as it may, to the uninformed, this looks like something that the government must provide from its general coffers rather than a specific program set aside to fund retirement for folks or help fund retirement for folks. Myth number 2, and this is a big one, and that is the government has raided Social Security to fund other programs. The confusion lies in the fact that the government is required by law to invest the proceeds in the trust. The safest investment out there is U.S. government bonds. It is true that the government uses the funds from the issuance of government bonds for a variety of different programs, but the government must pay market interest on those bonds and repay principal on schedule or go into default. The real cause is that when the trust was established, the average family had 3 children paying taxes into Social Security. Today, the number is just under 2. Also, people are living longer today than they were back then. The combination of all those factors is why the trust is going to run out of funds in 2032 if nothing is done between now and then. Point 3. Undocumented immigrants are draining the Social Security retirement trust. To be clear, this absolutely can't happen. The reason is that in order to qualify for Social Security, a recipient has to have 40 quarters, i.e. 10 years, at a minimum of earnings, and each quarter has to have $1,470 or more in reportable income. Many people confuse Social Security retirement benefits with supplemental security income, which is a needs-based program based on someone who has a disability. Myth number 4, the full retirement age is age 65. It hasn't been 65 for a while, at least for people that are coming of age, so to speak, for Social Security. For example, if you turn age 62 in 2021, and that's the age where you can draw the minimum amount of Social Security, you need to be 66 and 10 months in order to qualify for full retirement age Social Security. The other confusing point is that Medicare, another program that the federal government runs, of course, kicks in at age 65. You put those two together and all of a sudden you have a lot of people who think age 65 is the year where you can maximize your Social Security payment or at least achieve full retirement age. Point 5, your ex-spouse cannot collect Social Security benefits on your account. Under many circumstances, he or she can collect Social Security spousal benefits even if you've remarried and even if your current spouse is collecting Social Security spousal benefits. But the good news is that even if your ex-spouse is collecting a spousal benefit, it doesn't affect the payment to your current spouse. Point number 6 is that payments are made based on how much you contributed. Now you say, wait a minute, Jeff, in point number 1, you said that people don't get the same amount. And in point number 6, you're saying that the amount that they get paid isn't based on how much they contributed. Which is it? Well, this is a funny one because point number 6 is absolutely not true, but that's simply because of the definition. Let me explain. When you contribute to Social Security, you contribute based on how much you earned, and that's the actual way to look at Social Security. Not how much you contributed, but how much you earned. The more you earn, the less you get per dollar earned. Doesn't mean the less you pay per dollar earned, but the less you get per dollar earned. In 2021, for example, for folks that have an indexed monthly earnings of $996 per month or less. And I have other videos which talk about indexed monthly earnings, but basically it's the average of your earnings over the last 35 years broken down to a monthly number. If you earn $996 on average or less, your Social Security benefit is 100% of that money. For any amounts between $997 and $6,002, the amount that you receive for that portion is 32%. And anything that you earned over $6,002 is 15%. Along the way, your indexed monthly earnings grows, but the amount that you receive becomes less and less the more you earn. But the amount you contribute does not become less and less the more you earn. The final point, point number 7, is that people do not pay taxes on Social Security. Some do, some don't. It depends on one or two key factors. These are what those factors are. The IRS uses something called your combined income, and it's a calculation that's somewhat complicated, but effectively it's your adjusted gross income. So if you had a traditional 401k that you did pay taxes on, not a Roth 401k, but a traditional 401k that you paid taxes on, that would increase your AGI, and that number would be part of the income source. Earnings from municipal bonds are part of the income source, and 1/2 of your Social Security payment is part of the income source. You put all that together and that becomes your combined income number. And just for reference, if that number as a single individual is less than $24,000 in 2021, then you don't pay taxes on your Social Security payment. If it's less than $32,000 for a couple married filing jointly, then you don't pay taxes on your Social Security payment. The more you earn above these numbers, the higher your taxes on your Social Security payment. Thanks for watching my video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. There aren't a lot of channels here on YouTube that focus on retirement and retirement-related planning, and I'm happy to bring you some of the most current information available in this area. If you like this video and you want to see more of me, please make sure you click subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get alerted the next time I post a video. Most weeks I post at least 2, sometimes even 3 times a week. Also, check out this video. It's one that YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy, and they're quite good at picking winners in this area.